Hey, I'm Henry Evans, and on this week's show, what entrepreneurial lessons can you learn from Catalina Island on how to stand out from your competitors, and a secret lesson about how to hunt scorpions. Welcome to the Our Day Entrepreneur TV show, the only place where you can learn to be a better entrepreneur without wasting your valuable time. Welcome, I'm Henry Evans, the Our Day Entrepreneur. Now, I've lived in San Diego since 1998, but I've never ever traveled out to Catalina Island, or as it's officially known, Santa Catalina Island. Did I say that right? Santa Catalina Island. If you aren't familiar, Catalina is actually a 22-mile long island. It's about 8 miles wide at its biggest point, and it's a 1-hour boat ride from San Pedro, which is close to Long Beach on the California coast. That's south of Los Angeles if you aren't familiar. Now, we actually did an Indian princesses camping trip with my two girls, and we had an awesome time. It was so much fun. We went camping, we had water balloon fights, squirt gun fights, we shot BB guns, we did archery, and we even went scorpion hunting in the middle of the night. And yes, I learned this beautiful lesson about earplugs from one of my fellow dads, a friend of mine who will remain nameless, who literally snored like a bullhorn all night long. Note to self, bring earplugs next time. So, with all the options on places to visit in Southern California, how does Catalina actually stand out from the competition? Well, what they do is they make it about the experience and the adventure. Now see, most of the time having to travel someplace for an hour by boat is kind of a hassle. But see, with Catalina, they make it a part of the fun experience. And oh, by the way, they're very smart about extracting money from you coming and going. We bought tons of snacks both ways on the boat. So even if you have a poor location, can you make your business a destination where people have a good experience? Now, one of my favorite examples is a restaurant in Denver, Colorado, where I used to live. Now, it was a Mexican restaurant. I don't even know if it's still around. It might be. And they actually had cliff divers, literally people jumping off cliffs into the pool inside of the restaurant. Now, the food wasn't particularly good, as I recall, and I like all Mexican food, and I thought it wasn't good. And the location really wasn't the best either, but hey, they had cliff divers. It changed this normal ho-hum dining experience into a fun adventure. Much how Catalina Island changed the experience of camping into a fun event and an adventure. Now, one other thing they did a great job with was keeping us captive as an audience. We actually could not leave the island. You see Disney doing a lot of this right now at Disneyland and Disney World, encouraging you to stay within their parks for an entire week without leaving. So here's your big idea this week for you as an entrepreneur. Is it possible for you to wrap a unique experience or even an adventure around your business, your product, or your service? Can you do something to make it stand out completely from your competition? And it doesn't have to be expensive or really be that different. Now, my friend Adam Whitty, who published my book, The Our Day Entrepreneur, sent me a really cool book cover signed by everybody in his company. And I can tell you the experience of opening this up was really, really cool. And this actually has a place of honor in my office. Everybody wrote a little blurb on here. It's really neat. And also, it happens to be a great commercial for my friend Adam as well. So spend an hour this week, brainstorm ideas, and then take action on just one thing to make you stand out and be different than everybody else. You'll be glad you did it, and your competitors will be even more frustrated that you're doing well. Oh, I almost forgot the secret to catching scorpions at night. So if you live in a place where there's scorpions, the cool thing about them is they actually glow when you shine a black light on them. So if you grab yourself a portable black light and start looking under rocks and bushes, you will see them glowing white. You can't miss them. And if you live in an area where they hang out, I promise you it's a lot of fun to go out and catch them. Just make sure you don't get stung. I assume no liability whatsoever if you get stung by a scorpion. So, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Our Day Entrepreneur TV show. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and join us online at ourday.tv. This is Henry Evans, and remember, you're just one focused hour away from achieving your dreams. Hey, we'll see you next time. I have to wonder if they all sign it exactly the same every single time, and they all have the same color pen. I think I'd go, looks mediocre, buddy, okay job. Is it? Yeah, yep, yeah, it's definitely dusty because it's got dirty